Welcome to another episode of 10 Photos with. I'm Kyle, and here's my guest for this episode.
Hi, everybody. I'm Rachel Roth, and I'm Kyle's first model.
Yeah, Rachel was like the first person, like once I got my camera, that really started pushing me and like, hey, I want to do this shoot. Let's go. And so we did, probably in like a few years, we did like 10 photo shoots and have stayed amazing friends since. And you're always one of the people that I always reach out to when I have fun projects. So of course I wanted you to be part of this.
So much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for thinking of me.
And we met through a mutual friend, Sarah Palm, because you were in a play with her. So
yeah,
like we got that intro.
Friends.
Yep. So we got that introduction, and then shortly after, the first photo shoot that we did was this like blue dress, like fairy tale kind of Disney princess style look that we wanted to go with. And
an excuse to wear the dress.
Yeah, because like you said you had that dress for a while, right?
Yeah, I got it at Savers, and I freaking loved that dress. I still have it. I actually did a shoot with Joey Kramer recently with it, and we were trying to recreate that magic that you and I did together.
Yeah.
And it was I was just like, I want to take photos with this dress. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
And I want to feel like a princess.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I really like how these photos turned out. And I'll have, I've got 10 photos laid out, but I'll bring in a couple here and there, like that we talk about, because I realize like we also have, because we've got kind of you kneeling in the grass, but I'm actually really proud of the shot of you running, because that
was a good one.
Yeah, because I digitally we were in a park in Fargo, because at that point in time we were both living in Moorhead, and so we were in this park, but you could still see the actual like traffic, and you could see like the
apartment buildings. It was right across from Sarah's apartment.
Yep.
It was right across from Sarah's old apartment.
Yeah, and then you could see like the trash cans and stuff, and I was like, oh, we've got to get rid of all of this. Like, I want this to look like an actual fairy tale. So like I was really proud of the actual Photoshop job that I did on the background.
No, and I mean like, and it looks really good.
Yeah.
I that's one of my favorites too. It's just because it looks like a princess running through the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and then we were walking through the park, and we find this like cut off rose, like this white rose.
Yeah, which
in the middle of the park, and we're just like, what? Let's just use this, like, because why not?
Yeah, no, and that was such a good thing to have happened too, because I think it was when both of us were like, because it was early on, so like you knew what you were doing in front of the camera, but like I and this is something I still struggle with, is the posing and like the posing ideas. And then as soon as, and I've even noticed this really actually since this shoot, is like as soon as you can actually involve a prop, it makes it so much easier to figure out the poses, because it's like, oh yeah, we can do this with the flower and we can do that. And
well, I mean, too, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. It was me just being like, let's try this.
Yeah.
Not quite sure if it'll work, but sure.
Yeah. Let's do it. We'll be fine. Yeah. And then the next one that we did, we went complete opposite, and we're going to do like a film noir, like a femme fatale kind of look.
Yeah. I really, really liked that one. That one's one of my favorites. The two photos that are my favorite out of that shoot, though, is the one where you have the time lapse behind me, and I'm incredibly still the entire time, so you actually see the traffic behind me. And then the one where I'm actually on the train.
Yes, yeah, the train was you're like leaning back, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's such like these were early on, and I want to say I was still using my Nikon 50mm, my manual focus like lens. The idea was kind of just you and I going around and just that night just going around and just doing some like fun poses around downtown
Mhm.
Fargo.
Yep. Speaking of which, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of skipping ahead in your
Oh,
timeline
you're all
really
good.
quick. Um, but there was a photo that you took of me. We were walking. This is actually we were walking downtown Fargo during the day,
Yeah.
and I was taking a photo of a plant
Oh
with my
yes,
camera
yes,
because I had
yeah.
a because I had a shoot, oh, I had a Lumix GH2,
Hmm.
and because everyone else had like T1s, Nikons, and I wanted a camera so I could join in the fun and make my own films.
Yep.
And I wound up actually taking a photo of a plant, and then you took a photo of me taking a photo of a plant.
Yeah.
And like that's still one of my favorite photos too, because it's one, it's meta, and two, it's just like it's very natural, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite
Yeah,
photos too.
no, and I liked the fact that we could do little stuff like that of like we didn't have a concept like for a modeling shoot, but yeah, both of us wanted to kind of scratch a creative itch that day. So it was like, hey, let's
Yep.
just walk around and take photos. And then the next photo, this was more high concept because you wanted to do like a good girl, bad girl kind of like twins like thing. And that was a lot of fun. And again, it was like stretching that creative muscle for both of us of like, hey, we've got to figure out these two different characters, how to differently pose them, and then how to differently, you know, do the photoshopping and whatever. And this one, yeah, it's just like jeans, like ripped up jeans a little bit, and like a crop
Yep.
top, and then this nice pretty dress for
It
the
was a
other
corset,
character.
I think.
Yeah,
Actually,
it was a corset. Yeah,
it was like a yeah, it was like a mini corset. I miss my hair being that long. I just cut it recently because it was just not looking
yeah.
good.
Well, and I'm more like, wow, when was your hair ever that straight?
I straightened it, I think, for that
Yeah,
particular shoot because I was just like, well, I also did it for that second shoot when we were doing the night shoot.
yeah,
When we
that's true.
were
Yep.
just walking around too. A lot back then. I straightened my hair because I felt really pretty with my hair straight.
Yeah,
Um, and as I got older, I kind of accepted the curl kind of
yep.
thing. So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna accept the curls and embrace them. And
Our friend Pat, he had this amazing studio for a while. Yeah, his band like just rented out this warehouse, and the best part about it is one of the other members of his band was a an art teacher at one of the colleges. And so he would just use the entire walls of this warehouse as his canvas. So there's all this amazing spray paint all over the place. And again, being like a big film noir fan, I was like, oh, if we get like a shadowy photo of you, with a fedora and just give a silhouette with this really interesting artwork behind you, it'll be really cool.
I mean, the silhouetted photo turned out amazing. Like, it really turned out great. Like, it, I've actually gotten like the fact, like people have told me like I look like Michael Jackson doing
Oh
it
no,
just
yeah,
because of the
and yeah, and
pose
like that was
that I'm
one
doing.
that was one reference I didn't even think about with the hat because I was thinking more like Sin City, and yeah, other people have said it's like, oh wow, that kind of looks like Michael Jackson. I was like, not what I was going for, but
Hey, I mean, the compliment's
it's
a
a
compliment,
compliment. Yep.
right?
Because yeah, you did like a cool like button up. I think did you have a tie
Still
at
have that shirt too.
that point? Yeah.
One of my favorite photos actually that you took of me during that, and I don't know if you remember this, but I was on top of like they had a weird um ledge
Yeah.
thing that you could like go and sit up, and you told me to just hold still,
Hmm.
and I smiled at you,
Yeah.
and it's one of the most natural looking pictures, but it's really pretty. It's one of my favorite photos of me ever taken, and like it makes me really happy because I look just completely happy and in the moment.
Yeah, I agree because yeah, we I really liked those photos, just that whole set because we did this film noir look, then yeah we kind of messed around on the mezzanine and
Yeah.
did that photo, and then we did the rope lights
Yep.
effect, which funny enough like is so funny considering your love for Tangled. The fact
Yeah.
that is such a Rapunzel kind of
Well,
style
one of the
look.
photos that we actually did that you wanted to do was to actually push the lights back and forth to make it look like hair because
Yep.
I was climbing on a ladder, and we actually tried to Rapunzel it.
Yeah. And then we also had this one's just a candid photo. I think, like I said, I think this was from your birthday, of you and
Aw.
your adorable puppy Gabe.
I think I actually remember when you took that photo too, because like Gabe was just like all up in my nose, and you were trying to take like a nice photo, and it didn't work.
Yeah, and
It
even
was just
like yeah, kind of even the expression, like the expression on your face is like happy, but also like we're trying to take a
dog.
cute photo. Quit licking me, kind of thing.
I was like, I love you, dog, but I want a photo.
Yeah,
No, no, because when Gabe was a baby, he liked to stick his tongue up my nose. He always liked to stick his tongue up my nose. It was the grossest freaking
yeah,
thing, but he loved to like lick up my nose. So it was me trying to be like, no, puppers, you
yeah,
can't have my nose.
yeah,
And then you just thought it was the cutest thing, and you just took a picture of me being like, no, Gabe.
yeah. And then the next photo is you and Gabe again. This time
Yeah.
by the Red River.
This is one of my favorite shoots that we did too, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I really liked how this turned out. Again, hindsight, I don't know what I was doing with this edit. Like, it's a little too contrasty in some points.
I don't know. I'm one for saturated colors, so
Yeah,
I really dug it
yeah.
like a lot.
I
Sorry, go
was
ahead.
gonna say, but it does make the purple pop. You know.
Oh, it totally does. But I know we wanted to do a shoot with Gabe because I just got him, and I wanted mommy son pictures.
And then the next photo that we've got here, apparently, as you were telling me before we started, you had never seen this photo before.
I've never seen this photo. Nope, I've never seen this photo before.
So
Never seen it.
it was a black light photo shoot that we tried to do. But yeah, I think I think we were doing a shoot because we actually, this was like two shoots like pretty in quick succession, because we went shopping for actually the outfit for our next shoot, and then came
Did
back
we
and did this
really?
shoot. Yeah. So we did this shoot. Yeah, it was a black light, and then we also played around with some glow sticks and some other stuff. But yeah, then the last shoot that we did before you moved, one of my favorite shoots, that was you doing the new 52 version of Zatanna.
Dude, and I'm not afraid to admit this, and I feel like if I say this, it's empowering to other people who have it.
Yeah.
So I have trichotillomania, which means I pull my hair because I get stressed out.
Mhm.
And during the shoot, there's a huge bald spot, like right in the front, and I always felt really subconscious about it. And at the same time, too, I had previously dyed my hair red actually with Sarah,
Yes, I remember
and
that.
it came out pink. Came out freaking pink.
The costume though for the Zatanna shoot, I think I remember we were looking for the long jacket, but we couldn't find one.
Yeah. Mm-mm. The one that I know we found something similar, but it was super fucking expensive.
Yes, it was, yeah, ridiculous, and we're like, yeah, because yeah, at that point,
I
like,
was so upset too because I was just like, I want this so bad.
yeah,
I still wish I had that jacket
yeah.
because that would have been such a cool thing to have in my
Uh,
wardrobe.
but like you made this top basically,
Well,
like,
I mean, I didn't make the white part
yeah,
though. I just
but it was like, yeah, we went and shopped for the corset, and I don't even think it had the black like
didn't have the
the
buttons. It didn't
buttons,
have the
yeah,
fringe on either side. I did all that
yeah,
because I was like, well, I can always cosplay as Zatanna for
But yeah, we've got the full length one, and then still one of my favorite photos I've literally ever taken is this other one. It was kind of me trying to recreate the Ryan Sook Seven Soldiers Zatanna cover, the close up, with just the hand coming up, grabbing the hat. Yeah, it's so cool, like just looking at it, and yeah, side by side, like seeing the inspiration from it and then kind of bringing it to life is cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is definitely one of my favorite ones. I feel like my face could have been sexier, but
Yeah, but we were going for like a
it's okay.
serious kind of,
I know. But I mean, there's this thing of like between like I'm gonna kill you versus I'm gonna kill you, but like I still got that sexy vibe to it. You
yeah,
know what I
yep,
mean? Like, and that's all I wish. I wish the smize was there, as Tyra Banks would say.
yeah. And then the last shoot that we did, this was a couple years later, and this was in Lincoln, Nebraska. You came up with your significant other,
Yeah, my lovely Greg.
and yeah, it's to visit like his parents, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was actually the first time I ever met his family.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because
Yeah,
we
it's
did
like
we
the
did
very
family
first time.
photos the day before,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
then you and him wanted to do like a couples shoot. So of course
I wanted to do a couple shoot. I just dragged him
that's
along
true.
with
That is kind of how it felt the time of like Rachel wants photos, Greg you're coming with.
me. I'm not that controlling audience, I
No,
promise.
no, no. Well, because we wanted an excuse to work together again. I
And it
had
was the garden was really pretty. Um, I wanted romantic photos of me and
yeah.
Greg, just point blank. I wanted to have that I wanted to have that wonderful memory of being in Nebraska for the
Hmm.
first time and, walking the gardens with him because it was romantic and I wanted to capture that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like
Mm.
we tried as much as possible to keep it like a little posed but still really candid and fun, and I think we struck that balance really well.
One of my favorite photos from that shoot, it's actually my Windows photo. So whenever I turn my computer on, that's the photo that I see. Um, is a picture of me just laughing my butt off, and Greg's just staring at me with the most loving expression. I'm just laughing, and he's just like, and Greg was making me laugh
Okay.
because we were just like, what the hell are we doing for this?
Yeah.
And um, he was making funny faces, and I started laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
and he just he's slightly laughing, but he's just looking at me like I'm really happy to be with her,
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and yeah,
so
there's so many fun little like cuz even right now I think I've got like it was like hundreds of photos that we took that day,
oh yeah, it
you
was
know.
it was hundreds.
And so there are so
Possibly
many outtakes, and then like you two did the like prom pose in the garden, and then you just grabbed his hands and like put him on your boobs,
Yep,
and his
yep. And Greg's
expression
just like,
uh
I mean, like, because I was just like, why not? I mean, like I feel like that photo particularly encapsulates Greg's and I's relationship because it's fun.
yep.
Like we get it. We're our happiest when we're doing random stupid stuff. And that photo totally and just encapsulated just like us, I feel like.
Yep.
Um fucking love that man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all our photos that we've got. Any
Your favorite
final
photo from that shoot. Hold on.
oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. What was your favorite photo from that shoot?
I really do like the you two sitting by the fountain back to back. It's really cute. So yeah,
Yep.
what have you been working on since we last shot?
Ooh, I done. I did another shoot with Joey Kramer, like I said previously. Again, I wanted to bring out the blue dress, so we did that, and that was actually during COVID. So
Yeah,
that
I
was a
liked the
thing.
little touches like that you had the mask on for a lot of the photos.
I actually I thought the contrast between the rainbow mask and the blue dress was actually really nice. I
Yep.
wasn't expecting it to look that good, to be honest. Several years back, I did another shoot in a studio. I had a mentor at the time who was trying to get me and a couple other girls in for modeling. And I mean, the photos look amazing. Greg took them. Uh, and I mean, they're some really gorgeous, gorgeous photos. We had professional makeup artists and we had a professional stylist, and then we just took the photos, and it was awesome.
Nice.
We did a shoot before that when it was I wanted family photos, and we had a friend who was a photographer, and he took family photos of me, Greg, and our dog Billy.
Nice.
Wow, I've done a lot out here.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I did that much.
Yeah. Say, oh, and that little thing called bait and switch.
But yeah, I'm doing a comic called Bait and Switch. If you guys are interested, it's also on Webtoons, so you can see the first couple pages of it just to see what you think. It's starring a strong Black genius woman who is in the LGBTQ community, and then you also have a young woman who she has dissociative identity disorder, and it's something that I've been working on for like the last 10 years. If you guys are interested in checking out Bait and Switch, the tag for that on Instagram is at Bait and Switch the comic. You can also check us out, like I said, at Webtoons and or Tapas. And if you're interested in my personal Instagram, which I don't update that much, but have a lot of personal story on, is at Cinematic Sweetie, but no E at the end of Sweetie. I'm also a huge gamer, so if y'all are interested on like Steam or Discord or Twitch, Cinematic Sweetie again with no E. So I'd love to meet you guys, and if any of you are ever interested in shooting, I do live in LA and would be more than happy to go ahead and jump on that bandwagon with you.
Cool. And then, as always, you can find me at Knocked Out Films across kind of all social media platforms. And thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Cool.